we got some nasty weather out there for the upper Midwest. As you can see, the latest radar is not looking promising. We got some active tornado warnings right now in central southern Minnesota. You'll have to definitely find a good source of a radar if you're in Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin today. Right now, I am knee deep in the heart of the tornado area. Lots of clouds, lots of wind. I mean, I'm probably 200 miles away from where the active tornado warnings are right now, but the wind is kicking. Probably getting gusts of like 40 miles an hour easily. So I can only imagine if you get a supercell that's rotating and then the wind, lower level winds are already kicking. Like that's probably going to spin up some tornadoes, but definitely an evolving situation. So far, things are looking pretty good. I mean, I got 79 degrees where I'm at, which, you know, be a lot juicier if it was like 100 degrees, but that's all you need. Plenty of atmospheric juice out there. Probably have humidity in the mid to upper 60s right now. I'm really hoping that I don't get any nasty hail at my house. That's for sure, but I'm probably at least an hour out from seeing the weather at my farm. Thankfully, I'll get all my cars in the garage if the garage doesn't blow away. So I should be able to at least have a drivable vehicle in the morning, which will be nice. But yeah, they've been calling for these tornadoes for the last 3 or 4 days. So now it's go time. So I was running around the house yesterday trying to pick up the yard. You don't want any extra debris flying around. Won't be able to help what flies off my trees, but holy back. I think I'll be spending some time in my basement. That's for sure. Looks to be pretty decently widespread. It's kind of forming maybe a bow echo of some sort. I mean, with those bow echoes, you're gonna get 70, 80 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour winds, maybe. Really depends on the setup, but there is a certified line of storms making its way. I took that screenshot about 10 minutes ago, so it's kind of small. I should have made it a little bigger. I'm live streaming from my phone, but love to turn the camera around to show you the skies. They're starting to look a little darker. I don't know if it's this one line that's just going to move east or if things are going to pop up in front of the line or behind the line. But oh, if it were written, I would have bought a lottery ticket if I knew what was going to happen exactly. So my mission right now is to make it home. I got 5 kids. Got to make sure everybody is safe. It'd be kind of fun to chase the storm, but I think storm chasing needs to be your occupation. I think you need to be able to replace your vehicle when you get nailed by 2-inch diameter hail. And I don't have that luxury right now. I have 2 working vehicles and we both need to get to work, so I have a 3rd vehicle that I hit with a deer. Not on purpose, but when I get that one up and running and fixed, then I'll have maybe a storm chasing vehicle that I can have some fun with. Today would be a perfect day, oh my gosh. Especially to have a little weather channel. It would be amazing. I don't quite have the setup. I think I need to have like 2 devices, one with a radar and then one for live streaming. I do not. But I am going to check the radar here, so I'll be back in a flash. Is under the gun right now with some tornado warnings near Princeton, Minnesota. And then also, was it Fairmont? My memory doesn't serve me correct, but it definitely looks like it's intensifying from 20 minutes ago. The line looks to be getting way more congealed. Is that a thing? Holy cow, it looks nasty. I think people will be talking about this storm in the upper Midwest. I know Texas and Oklahoma gets hammered quite a bit, but we'll see what happens. If you're in Minnesota, I would definitely heed your warnings and pay attention. It looks like it's moving quickly too, so I probably have an hour, I'm guessing, before it hits me. I'll regain my composure. I'll go live from my home computer, and I will live stream a little bit better than this one. Holy cow, I'm getting hit by some winds. Let's see if I can flip this bad boy. Let's use front camera. Wait. No, I want that. There we go. Alright. There's my situation. The wind is howling. I'm probably getting hit with at least 40-mile-an-hour winds out ahead of the storm. You can see the clouds are starting to form in front of me, and they're looking pretty dark. That's not because that's an active storm. I think it's just the juice forming out in front of it. Definitely looks like some kind of bow echo is happening. It's going to be affecting places like Faribault, Owatonna, Albert Lea in the next few minutes, if it isn't there yet. And then we're talking Minneapolis, St. Paul. You're right on the doorstep of these storms. New Prague, Lonsdale, Northfield, Red Wing. Holy mackerel. I'm not there yet. Hopefully I got time to get home and make sure I'm paying attention to the radar so I can get my family in the basement. We live out in the country, so it's not quite the same as living in town where you might get a tornado warning. Maybe they might blow the sirens. That's not always the case, unfortunately, but living out in the country is its own little event when it comes to nasty weather. You gotta kind of step up your vigilance to stay safe. I mean, you're not gonna necessarily get flying debris from other farms because you get a little space between buildings, but you know, a lot of trees, cows flying through the air, stuff like that. Corn cobs. But in my case, I might get a lot of debris if the tornado's just right. I mean, you don't need a tornado. Those straight line winds can howl, especially during these bow echoes. You get those winds out in front of that storm, and it can definitely knock down trees and stuff. I mean, I'm getting hit. You can see some of these trees over here blowing hard, and I'm at least 100 miles away from the main storm. So conditions are ripe, absolutely ripe. Holy cow. You can see some rays of sun poking out through the clouds. This is definitely a developing situation, and the storm is gaining strength. Like, it's really popping right now. The last 20 minutes, it's getting into some energy that's a little scary. So thankfully I have a basement, but if we're getting any torrential rain the tornadoes could be rain wrapped, and if your house blows away and it's raining and you're in the basement, you're probably hoping that it doesn't rain too much. But what do I know? Holy mackerel. I do have quite a bit of adrenaline. I have some work to do once I get home. I got to get my cars in the garage. I want to set up my live stream, get some cameras set up so we can watch the storm from a different perspective than my little cell phone here. Woo! Hot diggity dog. And full transparency, I think I have a migraine, so that's fun. I think best case scenario for me today would be if a tornado takes out my house, insurance will kick in and I can rebuild, right? But at the same time, what a nightmare that would be. I have a family of 7, and if I have to relocate until I can rebuild a house, Like, I mean, that's just something that really messes with your life. You're like, ooh, free house, but it's the reality of that is not quite that simple. So I'm not banking on that, that's for sure, but you gotta stay positive and not freak out when you're under these kind of circumstances. It's kind of out of your hands, but prepare the best you can and stay safe, that's for sure. You can replace a house, you can't replace a person. So let's hope that very few people are impacted negatively by these storms. I can recall a few the path of a radar indicated tornado. So just north and east of Fairmont, Minnesota, still have the tornado warning. So be safe there. Mankato's getting through the nasty stuff right now. Next up, places like Owatonna, Faribault, Waseca, Albert Lea, Rochester. Obviously a developing situation. It's not as like, there's 2 active tornado warnings right now, which is bad. The way they were talking about it way ahead of time, it was looking like there should have been like 10 at the same time. I don't know if it's going to develop into that as it moves east, but anything can happen at any point in time. So if you're in Minnesota, North Iowa, Wisconsin, keep your eyes peeled. I'm just about home, so I'm gonna this one, and then I'll try to set up a camera on the outside, and I'll try to live stream the active radar and talk about the warnings from the safety of my house, which has a basement. I'd love to be able to storm chase, but I got a migraine and I don't have enough vehicles to sacrifice one. So maybe someday, that'd be so awesome, have a storm chasing vehicle. All right, home sweet home. Should probably end rain gauge so I can get an accurate rainfall estimate. Looks like we have a vehicle in the garage already. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna go take out my beater. I got the car that I hit a deer with. I'm gonna go get that out of the garage so I can put my functional vehicle in there. So if I get that 2-inch diameter hail, I'll still have a good windshield to look through tomorrow on my way to work. All right, I'll be right back. Let's see, I go up that radar image, or can I switch between scenes? Can I edit? Save. There we go. Oh. All right, so the picture has changed over the last 25 minutes, but that's the latest as I try to organize my life. Ugh. Holy cow, it's windy.